Yo, what's happening, my people? So, this is something that I like to do on the channel. I do my show reviews and stuff amongst my shoes and all that. But today, I'm bringing you Mandalorian. This is season 2. This is chapter 10, The Passenger. So, last episode, he was fighting a big dragon. How is he going to... How is Disney Plus, the writers, and everything, how will they topple that? Like, that's the biggest foe we've seen so far, man. A big-ass dragon and stuff. And it was an hour long. So I was thinking it might be going to an hour-long format or something. But it's not necessarily that. I think it's just going to be whatever the episode needs. So this one right here is like 37 minutes. So I guess I kind of like that. Like, you don't have to put a show in a certain time frame or whatever. If it needs to be 37 minutes, cool. If it needs to be 45 minutes, cool. Like, you don't have to stretch it too long or too short. Like, just get the story told. So, we see him on the bike. I talked about the bike last week, and I'm like, okay, it's futuristic and stuff, but it still sounded like a Harley. But, they shooting at it, going fast. Phew. Of course, they got bandits and stuff waiting for him. So, they make him crash. Nobody gets hurt, surprisingly. It's how fast they were going in Baby Yoda. Just barely hit the ground. But, so they fighting, blah, blah, blah. Of course, Mandalorian tear their ass up. Mandalorian, he cold. He cold. But, they got... It looked like a Jawa. It's not a Jawa. It's one of those people from that they was helping from the last episode. But he gets Baby Yoda. He like, I'm gonna cut Baby Yoda's throat in his own language. So he like, no, I give you anything for the kid. He wants his jetpack. Okay, that sounds nice. It's like, I got a jetpack. I'm about to be fly. I'm about to be out of here. He gets Mandalorian his jetpack, and he walking down. He's strutting. Mandalorian press the button. Pew! Take him up in the air and make him drop his ass out of the sky. So he gets his jetpack. He gets back to the settlement. He has to carry all the load, everything that they had. He gets back to the lady. She was the mechanic or whatever. He's still trying to find Mandalorians. I need to find some Mandalorians, man. I'm trying to get to where I need to go. And this is the last of our race and all that. Look. So, it ends up, like, through a friend, we have contacts and et cetera, et cetera. And the homegirl's like, if you do this for me, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, et cetera, et cetera. He ends up having to bring a frog lady, and she has her eggs. Her kind is almost extinct. So they have to bring it to this planet to meet her husband, and this is their last chance to restart their race with these last batch of eggs that they have. And the catch is he can't go to hyperdrive. Like, he can't go out through the universe and get there fast or whatever. The egg's gonna die. So he has to go slow. And the thing about it is, he's a wanted man. So if he doesn't go hyperdrive, it's like he's a sitting duck. But gotta find the Mandalorian and stuff, and gotta help this person. So they end up going they out of space and they going slow. They got some Empire soldiers or whatever, they fly up on him. What are you doing this way? And you don't have your beacon on. You have to have a beacon, etc., etc. So he ends up. Oh, and that's crazy too, because like Baby Yoda, this whole episode is just like with them eggs. I'm thinking it's like with their babies. He's like, oh, some babies, how cute. Oh, and he was gonna watch over them. No, he was trying to eat them any chance that he got. And he was grubbing. Any chance he got, he was, no, don't do that, don't do that. So he was grubbing this episode, and like, damn. So he's a character, So the Empire people, they take off from him. They end up on this desolate planet. It's ice and everything. They go down the canyons, of course. In Star Wars fashion, they will go into a canyon and have a chase scene through narrow places. All the time on Star Wars. It is a staple of the franchise. But the Empire soldiers usually do well, and it be the other people they crash and do this, and they stayed on track with it because Mandalorian and them end up basically crashing, and they look like they good for a little bit, but then the ground crumbles underneath them, messes up the hull of the ship, everything is all tore up. They're gonna have to fix this, but he chilling. He like, we gonna mess with this in the morning or whatever. Homegirl, they can't communicate with each other. She has this language. He doesn't know the language. But they have a robot on the ship. It's a killer robot. But she must have some engineering background or something. She fixes it so she could talk. Mandalorian, I need your help. And you said that you were gonna do this in the Mandalorian creed. It must not mean nothing or whatever. So she guilts him into, okay, I'm gonna fix this. So he goes try to fix the hull or whatever. Baby Yoda goes try to talk to him to tell him what's up. He looking like, when you come help me or do something useful, Baby Yoda points it out. She took off, the old frog lady. So they had a hot spring, and she went in the hot spring to be with her eggs and stuff, try to keep her eggs alive, etc. And it's smart to get away from Baby Yoda. She don't know that he's grubbing on her, but it's good to get away from that little bastard because he just eating on everything, man. So they find her at the hot spring. She all butt naked. Oh my God, there's frog titties and stuff out there. Baby Yoda, he wants to eat the eggs. No. So he finds they have a bunch of eggs all around him. It looked like some rocks or some stones, but it turned out to be some eggs. So Baby Yoda grub on it in one of them. Turns out they in the spider's lair. Some ice spiders. So it's a bunch of little bitty spiders. They all start coming after him. That's crazy. Then, in Mandalorian fashion, first episode, they had a big dragon. They gotta try to up the ante. The second episode, I still think that the dragon was the premier villain. But this right here, the second episode, especially if you have arachnophobia, big ass spiders. So the huge spiders, man. It looked kind of like the monster off Stranger Things, so except for a spider. But it's coming after them. They trying to shoot their way out, etc. These spiders are on their ass, man. They get back to the ship. The ship is all towed up. The hull is open. How are they gonna stop these spiders? They shooting them, etc. But it's so many. They get to the inside of the ship. They try to get away. It look like they about to get away. Then the big spider jumps on the ship. It's not happening. They are doomed. They're doomed. They can't get out of this. Then all you see is choo choo choo. So somebody is helping them. I'm like that robot that homegirl messed with. I'm like, maybe that robot came back to life or reanimated or something and went shoot. I was thinking that maybe that was it. No, the Empire soldiers, they actually found him. And so they saved him. And they're like, Mandalorian, you know you are wanted, and the passengers are wanted and stuff, but you have sacrificed your life. You have saved people. You have did good deeds. So we're going to let it slide this time. So that is how he gets out of this predicament. But they have to fix the ship. He fixes it, kind of rigs it up, just barely enough for them to squeak to the next system and try to get to this planet. So they are in the sky, just putting along. And looks like they're going to make it. Hopefully he can get fixed up the next episode. And the episode ends like, okay, we're going to go to sleep, get some rest till we get to the next system. Homegirl, she looking. The old frog lady, she finally gets some rest. Baby Yoda is looking. He like, nope. Yeah, one last egg he had to get off. But that was chapter 10, man. It was another good episode. I really enjoyed this. I'm liking this season so far. I can't, every episode so far, kind of desolate planets or whatever. I kind of ready for them to get into more populated areas and stuff and see. I want to see Gina Carano comes back. I want to see if Apollo Creed comes back. Some of the old characters from season 1. I want to see the black lightsaber come together on this episode. I want to see that dude, the black dude, come back with the perm. We gonna see, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Go be the greatest of the most hated, man. Holla at your boy. Peace out.